Hey guys, as you can tell, I'm just waking up. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about how violence and abuse is a steering wheel. I discovered I had some family ongoing violence to me again. It was done by my beautiful children I have raised. It was unwarranted violence. You know, they obviously have bitterness issues and they've been under a care of a psychologist, but nothing's making any difference. The violence is heightening and getting worse. So, sadly, as a parent or as a spouse or a friend to someone that is violent to you, you need to steer away from the violence, steer away from the abuse. It's as simple as that. Life is never guaranteed to be happy or smooth for us at all. And that would be unwise and foolish for us to assume. Um, there's no guarantees in life. And about forgiveness, I learned today from Sylvia Brown, from a video of her seminar in the past, because of course she's passed away. Love her so much. She just changes my life, and I know she will help you too. But so we don't have to forgive anyone for doing anything to us or anyone that's awful, bad, whatever, gross, you know. We don't have to. We just give it to God to forgive them. Um, it's not anything we can handle. You know, like she said, Sylvia Brown said, like, who could forgive someone and just smile and be like, oh, I love you, and they just brutally hurt your child or whoever, you know, that you love, or yourself. If someone brutally hurts you, which I've been brutally hurt before. I had a violent, a torturous date rape, so I understand. And I've had a lot of bad things happen to me since I've been born, and so now I don't struggle with forgiveness. I just give it to God. I said, you know what? I can't forgive them. You forgive them, God. I put them in your hands. So just release it in the forgiveness aspect part into God's hands. You couldn't deal with it. You can't take it on. It's not for you to deal with and take on about forgiving anyone, your child or spouse or exes or friends, that someone's been violent and abusive to you or to someone you love. Just put it in God's hands where it belongs, because there's no way, you know, you can handle that, or you should handle that. You shouldn't. It's not something you can. It's not something you're supposed to. So be free yourself from that wrong thinking and mindset and teaching that somehow, through the bad, dark entity type, innocent looking religions, they've told you, oh, well, you just got to smile and be sweet and forgive the people who have abused you and abused your loved ones, or killed them or whatever. No, you don't have to. Just give it to God and say, you handle them, you handle it, you handle the forgiveness in this person and what they've done. God, I put it in your hands. So I hope this helps somebody. I hope that you're having a great moment, day, but know that bad things will happen. Or you can say negative things, small and big. They will happen because it's a steering wheel to steer us away from those people. It's a steering wheel to steer us away from those situations, the homes. Like, I realize I have to steer away from the home. I live in two homes, mostly in my one apartment, because of domestic family violence from all my children. You can ask my parents and grandparents or anybody in my family and friends. I was never violent to my parents. I didn't say bad words and names to my parents. I didn't, attack my parents, throw their bodies around, slam their bodies, kick their bodies, throw things at their bodies or their furniture or home. I was very respectful. I still am. Still am very respectful. So our life charts are not about, having this perfect, happy-go-lucky life. There's going to be good and bad things that happen, and they're supposed to, according to your life chart. and we just have to embrace that, accept that, and deal with it the best positive way that we should for ourselves to make ourselves happy and to be an example to others watching us, of course. So I'm an example to the abusive family and people that are in my life, and I always will be. I love everyone. I love myself most of all now. It's taken me a long time to do that, but I go within, you know. I've always been like a hermit mode type child, toddler, teenager, adult, and I always will be because I enjoy that. I enjoy going in and being in hermit mode and just being myself. But, you know, I I want good soul tribe people in my life that are like me, and that's what I'm going for. And I hope you are too. I mean, I'm here on my channel to encourage you, to help you, because I enjoy that. And you know, the election went on and they're counting, you know, all the votes, and now I guess, you know, it's not clear who's going to be president. Um, I hope it's Trump. If it's not, it's not. Um, and it might be Biden. Um, so, but I can feel this like I'm so psychic, so much psychic. Lately, I mean, we all are. We all are psychic, all of us. But I can feel the heaviness energy. I was exhausted sleeping all night, and I can feel the heaviness energy here in this house, this room, in the world, because we don't know who's going to be president. We don't know how our future is going to be. So, you know, hopefully we won't have civil war and everything like that, but maybe we will. So I can feel that heaviness energy all around. It's exhausted. My dog friend over here, he's not acting the same. And I can tell other people in the house, they're not acting the same. Like the heaviness in the air of don't know who the president's going to be is just like pressing upon us. I can feel it. So just make yourself happy. Find out what that really is. Don't let anybody hold you back from finding out the different truths. There's many, many millions and billions of truths. There's good truths and bad truths. Don't ever think there's one truth. There's many truths. And behind the bad truths, you know, you have to have discernment. You have to really take it serious to have discernment. Don't assume because something looks truthful or good that it is truthful or good. Don't ever assume that. Make sure. Look behind the good mask and face. Make sure everything behind the good truth, so to speak, is actually good. Could be a lot of bads behind the front mask good truth. So open your eyes, you know, open your eyes, love yourself, put yourself first, love yourself first, so that you can properly love everyone around you. But don't love dark entities. Don't. Don't love them. Like Sylvia Brown said, the world famous psychic. My go-to psychic, that's where I learn most of my stuff, is her and DJ Conway. And then Magenta Pixie on YouTube. And Jeff Doherty, Leak Project, Rex Bear. You know, find people like that. Those are true truthers. I'm a person who tells the truth, you know. Sure, I made mistakes and said things that are, you know, not true, but it was only to protect myself from dangerous people, you know. Seriously, like literally dangerous people that would, you know, do bad stuff. But yeah, just use wisdom, but use discernment most of all. You have to understand who's good, who's bad, who's positive, who's negative, who's for you, who's against you. You got to have discernment. You can't just go around trusting and assuming that everybody is for you. And then when the bad actions come out and they're violent and abusive to you in every emotional, mental, sexual financial, spiritual way, and every other way. No, they don't love you. They're not trustworthy. Don't waste your time with them. So don't love dark entity people. Don't feel sorry for them. They don't feel sorry for you, and they don't love you. If they did love you, they wouldn't be a dark entity. And they wouldn't be, of course, abusing you, lying, using you, misusing you for whatever they want to use you or misuse you for. Dark entities are here to teach us these lessons. So learn it the first time and get them out, let them go. Simple as that. Just be wise, you guys. Just be wise and know everything you can know. Study everything you can study. Just research and study everything you can every day. Don't expect other people to do it for you. They're not supposed to. You're supposed to research and study. You're supposed to find out if it's true, these statements of, is this person evil and doing all this? You, no one else. You're psychic. I'm psychic. We're all psychic. But, or you can say positive, whatever words you feel comfortable, but just be your psychic self. Don't let anybody hold you back. Don't let anything in this Matrix fake video world game hold you back from discovering yourself, from researching and studying about, oh, this person's evil and they do this really evil stuff and they've done this really evil stuff. Okay, go to YouTube and Google it. Find out. Find out if they are. They probably are. I mean, usually you're not going to hear bad stuff about people unless it's true. Not in this world or any world or planet. Not in any incarnation are you going to hear, oh, this person's evil and does this, and it's not going to be true usually. Especially if it's on newspapers, news, or out in public. Because that would be crazy. The person or people would be crazy lying to state, oh, this person did this really bad, evil stuff, and then it's not true. What person would go forward? What people on this planet or any planet would go forward and state, these people are doing really bad, evil things, and this is really happening? Who would do that publicly unless it was true? Wake up, sheeple. It's time not to be sheeple. It's time to be free of, I don't have to be a stupid sheeple anymore. Nope. I can be informed about everything. I have the right and deserve to be informed about all truths on all levels. Yeah, you do. You have that right as a citizen on this planet. No matter what. If your leaders are evil, if our leaders are evil, okay, they're evil. So we accept that, and then we research and study regardless, and we still know the facts of how evil and what they do. And then we just do our part, and we steer away like a steering wheel. We steer away from the abuse and violence. We keep away from that, and then we only go with people that keep away from violence and love us and are there for us, are a true tribe, soul tribe family, or spiritual being tribe family, I should say. Yeah, it's time to wake up, you guys. Time to wake up. Don't be a dumb sheeple that doesn't research and study about all your leaders in your incarnation. You have that right to know, and you should know, and it's nobody else's fault that you don't know. You can blame yourself for not believing the truth about bad leaders, your bad leaders. That's your fault. That's your responsibility, what you believe. Anything in here is your responsibility. Not your parents, not your siblings, not your friends, your lovers, your spouses, enemies, co-workers, employers. It's your responsibility of what you believe. So if you realize, oh, I believe bad things, wrong things, then start believing the non-bad things, the right things. Yeah, that's your responsibility, what you believe. What you let yourself believe is your responsibility. So if you believe what you shouldn't believe, such as, I believe I have a great loving spouse, but wait a minute, they cheat on me. They want me to do this and want me to do that to please them, and it hurts me. Or they physically assault me. Why are you believing they love you? And if you've gotten them counseling or not, and they won't change, and they won't see in their mind it's wrong, what they do to you wrong, why would you believe they love you? See, you are making yourself believe they love you. But they are showing you they don't. They are showing you, I don't love you, I don't respect you, I don't love your body, I don't respect your body. I'm going to scratch it, hit it, beat it, flip it, kick it. No, that's not okay to believe they love you and they do that to you. That's crazy. And you just need to give them to God and let them go. Yep. And if they're a consciousness soul being, they'll have remorse, they'll change, and they'll apologize. And then the abuse or bad shit won't go on. Same with your leaders, same with the people in your family, same with exes or friends or neighbors. If they love you, if they respect you, they will treat you that way. They will not abuse you in any way. And, if it's because they were traumatized and maybe something from a past life caused them, to hurt you. I'm not talking about real bad stuff, but just normal, like, oh, I made a mistake, I hurt you. Then they will want to see that and want to get help and want to change and will change, and they will want to have remorse and have remorse, and they will want to apologize and they will apologize. But just because someone looks sweet or they're your own children and they're your precious babies and you love them like myself, it doesn't mean not to use your steering wheel to steer away from them. Like, I've done everything. I've got a psychologist involved, I got police involved, family members involved, friends involved. What I mean is that I told them about it. I made police reports. And the police would never arrest them. So they're not helping them. I told the police that. I said, you're not helping them if you don't arrest them because they can't learn their lesson. And then they might do this to their girlfriends or wives. I mean, I told the police, I can only do so much. I can do my part, but I can't do your part. And you're doing them a disservice and hurting them if you keep on enabling them and not arresting them. They never got arrested. Yeah, did really bad stuff to me. And all because they didn't want to take out the trash. They didn't want to clean up their mess. They didn't want to do chores. They didn't want to be parented by me to tell them to do it. And they did this daily and weekly and yearly. And then they wanted to be violent to me and do really bad stuff to me. That's not okay for any spouse or child to do to you, or adult child, or it's not okay. I mean, it's just not. It's especially our leaders. If our leaders are doing that to children and adults and animals and worse, and putting crap into our food and drinks unknowingly, well, I know because I've researched, and you should research. That's not okay. Our country is an entity corporation. Did you know that? It's a business owned by very rich individuals, and I'm sure you know the names because some of you research. I have. Many years ago. And when I learned what I learned about all the true truths instead of all the false truths I've been told by all these leaders and family members, because the family members, they didn't study the truth and they didn't know the truth. So all they can do is just pass on, oh yeah, these are good leaders, nominate them, they're good. Nope. But anyways, yeah, I mean, good leaders don't hurt anybody. They don't abuse anybody. They don't hurt or kill anybody. They don't drink fluid from bodies. They don't do anything mean or wrong. Good leaders don't do that. Good children don't do that. Good parents don't do that. Good parents, children, leaders, neighbors, friends don't take and hurt any person's body. Nobody's. I don't care if you're an alien and you crashed on our planet and the alien's alive. Why would you want to open up the body of the alien? The alien has a right to be respected and not abused, and not have their body opened up. Their body is just like your body. It's an avatar they incarnated in. Yeah, they could be a dark entity. But even a dark entity you have to treat with respect, and you can't abuse. So that means you can't open up their body. You have no right to arrest them for crashing on your planet and opening their body or taking it apart. You can't do that. Well, you're not supposed to. You can. You can do a lot of bad, wrong things to anybody's avatar body, container, video matrix body, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. But there's consequences from anything you do to anyone's body. Yeah. And, you know, people who abuse your body, whether there are leaders here on this planet or not, rich or poor, it's just not okay. You can't let people abuse your body, your children abuse your body, your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend abuse your body. You're not supposed to. That's not normal. That's crazy. That's crazy. You are crazy if you do that. You are crazy and out of your mind to let people hurt you. And that's what I had to learn. Don't let people hurt you. It's not normal. It's not okay. It's not supposed to be happening. And if you keep on letting them hurt you, then that's your fault. So that's why I learned, it's time for me to move on. Yep. But anyways, much love to you guys. The dragons love you. The mystical creatures of all kinds in all books and literature love you. There is a small, tiny percentage, though, that don't love you. There are many different forms of spiritual beings. There's a dark side of spiritual beings and the light side of spiritual beings. But the out of balance dark side, because just because you are known as a dark spiritual being, there are mostly good. But on both sides, there's bad. There's some bad. So the bad spiritual beings, stay away from. Even if they look like a pretty, nice woman or nice, sweet girl or a nice little cute boy or a handsome, hot guy or a handsome, hot, sexy girl or woman, stay away from them. Dark entities have bodies just like us. They are babies, born in babies just like us. And when they show you who they are by their abuse or violence, believe them. No matter how cute they are, or no matter how sexy or beautiful they are, or no matter how nice and sweet they talk or do sweet things for you. Stay away. Steer away. That's your steering wheel, to steer away from them in your life. And the same with our leaders. That's our steering wheel, to steer away from them. Not steer into them, because then we're going to get more abused and more hurt. Steer away from the violence. Steer away from the abuse. Accept that some leaders and people and children and babies are evil, are here to abuse and be violent so that you'll learn to steer away from them. So some people are born to steer away from. We have to learn that in our incarnations. So steer away from them and be happier. Be happy. Whatever makes you happy, it should be to steer away from abusive, violent, beautiful men and women or children or animals. Why would you keep on getting scratched by a tiger? If you had a tiger or tigers or whatever animals and they kept on attacking you every day, why would you want that animal around you doing that? They have to go. It has to go. If animals or people or anything keep on scratching you, causing blood and bruises on your body, steer away from them. They're not worth you. You're worth you. You're worth the best. And they know that. But they're just a dark entity, or they're just in our life to teach us, steer away from me. Steer away from people and children and animals like me or situations like me. So wake up, sheeple, I say in love. I remember when I used to think that not steering away from abusive family members and spouses and boyfriends or girlfriends, I remember that I thought I was supposed to stare into them to get them to change. Like, I can change them. I can change them where they won't want to abuse me or misuse me or use me. I can change them. I can save them. No, I can't, I realized. After I got cut up by them, bruises from them, emotional bruises and cutting up of too, verbally. No, I can't. I can't help them. I can't be their savior. I can't do anything for them. I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to steer away from them because I already gave them, the chances of proving themselves to be otherwise, and they weren't, and they couldn't, and they didn't want to, and they didn't want, and they would have done it my whole life if I would have stayed in their life, and I would have ended up dead or something. So, yeah. Hope this helps somebody. Trust your totem mystical animals or whoever they are. Trust your spiritual guides. Trust yourself first more than anybody else. Trust yourself first more than anybody else. You are your best psychic. You are your best protector. You are your best savior, sovereign. You're your best king or queen. You're your best divine masculine or divine feminine. You are your best friend, your best doctor, your best nurse, your best psychologist and psychiatrist. You are. No one else outside of you is. And it's time for you to discover that. Don't rely on your leaders that lead your country or this world. Rely on you. You're supposed to rely on you, not the leaders of this world. In any incarnation, you're supposed to rely on you. You're supposed to be self-sufficient, to rely on you, not a spouse, whether they're abusing you or not your own children, whether they're abusing you or not your own parents, whether they're abusing you or not, friends, neighbors, if they're abusing you or not. Don't rely on anybody or anything except yourself. You should be happy to want to rely on yourself. That should make you the happiest every time you wake up from a nap or sleeping. That should make you happiest knowing I am relying on myself. And that makes me so happy. Like, you should not rely on anyone to make you happy emotionally, mentally, sexually, financially, spiritually, in any other way. You should be relying on you. Don't rely on your dragons. Don't rely on your fairies and gnomes or whoever your spiritual guides are or friends are from other incarnations or on the other side. Don't rely on your psychics. Don't rely on your tarot card readers. Don't rely on your astrologists, your astronomers. Don't rely on, because you're supposed to be all that to yourself, by the way. You're supposed to be your own psychic, your own tarot reader, your own rune reader, your own shaman, your own positive alchemist. You, not your leaders, not your spouses and friends and neighbors, not your family. You. You're supposed to want to learn to do all this, because this is how you are on the other side. See, on the other side, it's all telepathic. We do everything telepathically. We don't have to eat food on the other side, but if we want to make food telepathically, we do. We just create it in our mind, boom. It's right there. And whatever type of home or planet, or say like I want to make the fastest car or fastest spaceship, I just make it with my mind instantly. Boom, it's right in front of me. If I want to make a racetrack, boom, it's right there. If I want to make that I'm going to be a balletist, woman or man, I think of myself like that. I dress myself like instantly, and I go boom, and then I look like it, and I am. If I want to, make castles, mansions, or homes of any size or look, if I want to make a log cabin, if I want to make a castle out of crystal or wood or anything, I just imagine it, and boom, there it is. Yeah, everything on the other side is telepathic. But when we're in these incarnations, we're limited. And it's not fun, it's boring, right? So, like right now, like I could just imagine myself, if I was on the other side, say, driving all these fast cars and motorcycles and shooting all these weapons. I could imagine that, and boom, do it. There's not such thing as sin, but there's not such thing as hell. That's just a consciousness. But yeah, there's no killing or sickness or violence on the other side. It's just perfect bliss, perfect peaceful bliss. I've seen the other side in visions. I've seen a lot of stuff, like Sylvia Brown would see. Yeah. So I hope this helps somebody, and have a great day. And I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Don't love the karmics that are dark entities, because they all are. Well, and the soulmates, they can't be dark entities, and twin flames cannot be dark entities. But yeah, don't love them, the dark entities, karmics. But of course, love your soulmates and love the twin flame that you are, and the other twin flames in the world, Be like, hey, we're twin flames, cool. Yay, we're a family, yay. But yeah, don't love them. Don't love the dark entity karmics. Go away from them, get rid of them. They're not worth you, and they know that. And always in the end, we won't be with our karmics, because we'll realize all their abuse was to teach us a lesson to steer away from them. We won't end up with the karmics. We don't want to. When we finally wake up on different levels, we realize, wow, I just wasted a whole bunch of time with these men and women that abuse me. So we won't end up with karmics. We'll end up with a soulmate, or we'll end up with our twin flame. Or if we choose to be alone, we could choose to be alone. I mean, not like in a romantic relationship. I personally, I don't want to be alone. I personally want to be with my twin flame. And I don't know which incarnation that he will give up all these dark entity karmics that he runs to. But that's not my concern. I know I live in the Zen now that I learned from New World All-Star. I live in the Zen now. I live in the psychic world. I live in the magical world as I live out my life chart in this Matrix video. So I'm not going to worry about what he's doing, what he's not doing. I trust myself, so like I told him, I trust him. I trust him because I trust myself, I told him. And so I'm just going to love myself and make myself happy, and know that I'm not going to end up with dark entities, and he's not either. That it just takes time for us to see that we don't want the dark entity karmics in our lives, whether it's our family or our spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend. And then, I know that he'll give up the dark entity karmics, and I will too if I don't see them that they are that way, and then I do see that, and I'll be like, oh my god, get out. I know me. I know me. I will definitely tell a dark entity to get out. I will divorce. I'm that type. Yes. Because I've had so much experience from dark entities abusing my body, causing blood and bruises on me and almost killing me. That's why I'll tell dark entities real quick, like, get out, or I will have you arrested. I'll put you back in jail. Yeah, I do not hesitate telling dark entities. Yes. Ex-spouses, ex-boyfriends. I do not hesitate telling a dark entity straight out, better stay away from me and my family or I'll put you in jail. Yep. I tell them. I do not hesitate, so don't hesitate. Do not hesitate ever to tell the dark entities that. Okay, I know I've been saying whatever, but I love you. I hope this helps. Namaste, much epic love, twins, soulmates, but not dark entities. And you know who you are. Bye-bye. Hi, guys. This is a timeless video, and I know I deal with serious subjects, but this is a life chart, and life is serious. So, I just want you guys to be really prepared. So, please take away light and love only, wisdom and discernment only from my videos, because I really care about you guys. And this is why I do take the time in my life to make videos, to be so transparent, as I've learned in many counseling sessions and meetings I've gone to. So, you guys take care. Much love. Your dragons love you, and all your totem mystical creatures or spiritual guides love you. Know that. They're on your side. They're there for you 24/7. They're just all literally around you. No, they're all literally around you. And if there's any kind of dark entity, being that's around you, like in a ghost kind of like thing, and they're dangerous, just tell them to go away. They have to. And if they don't, just leave. Because there might be a good reason. The title owner may have to tell them to leave. But if you just keep on telling them to leave, then they'll eventually leave. But yeah, your spiritual guides and your family and friends that are not dark entities, because dark entities cannot be on the other side. They cannot help you after they die. They're just to teach dark lessons of abuse and neglect and things like that. They go right through the left door, so they're never like around you. Yeah, to help you. Dark entities aren't meant to help you. They're meant to give you dark lessons. Know the difference. They're not meant to help you and love you and be in your life and stay in your life. They're just supposed to teach you dark lessons. All right, you guys take care. Love you much. Bye-bye.